that there has been a shooting in El Paso, and at this point the area has still not been cleared. It's still considered active. We know that there's a lot of injury, a lot of suffering in El Paso right now. I'm incredibly saddened, and it is very hard to think about this. But I'll tell you, El Paso is the strongest place in the world. This community is going to come together. I'm going back there right now to be with my family and to be with my hometown. And I want to thank the El Paso Police Department and the first responders.
Yo, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Beto rourke laugh. So, like, one thing I'll say about that, sometimes when people are, like, actually distraught, we laugh. Like, that's a human thing. Laughing is a tell on things being okay. Things, a relief. You know, we only laugh usually after the fact when things are okay. You know, when it's, I'm talking about when you're not specifically talking about like a joke or something, right? Like, so the fact that he laughed doesn't necessarily mean that he's like, he doesn't think it's funny. But to me, it shows that he was really distressed, really overtaken by it, because he's probably, you know, really passionate. That being said, you gotta, I think as president or running for president, I think you gotta show just a little more strength. Now, I'm not trying to say he's weak. It's not that he didn't do it. It's what he did wasn't weak. But you got to have a clear head when you're making decisions. And if he gets that broken up over this, as the way we all should and do as a leader, I don't even know. I don't really know. I just say, you know, maybe I'm pulling at straws here, but all I'd say is that it's not. It's something that just shows. Maybe if he had to make some hard decisions in office, maybe he wouldn't make them, or maybe he would make the wrong decision because he gets so stressed out, you know. And everybody gets stressed. That El Paso shooting is a fucking huge deal. That's not small potatoes or nothing, right? But I mean, when they just think about this, when the Trump supporters look at Trump, if they saw Trump acting like that, they would think he's weak as hell. Like, that's like part of the strength as a leader is holding your composition when shit hits the fan. But also, you want a passionate leader. So I don't necessarily think this is a huge knock, but I think it could be perceived as a huge knock for Beto O'Rourke. Kind of like the Dean Scream way back in the day, right? Peaw! Now that was funny, and that was just kind of, I don't know how that at that time, you know, that destroyed that man. But who knows? Let's see. Me personally, I think it's either, I don't think it's such a, he's human, you know. Beto showed he's human. So, like I said, I'm gonna finish up. The last thing I just want to reiterate is I don't think it makes him weak. I don't think it makes him soft or none of that. But if you're looking for things to nitpick for a person you want as the president, you could argue that it makes him a little less composed when making big decisions. So, because I promise you this, when you're president, your shit will hit the fan and it will fly back in your face, and you got to be ready for that. It's Marcus Robert Johnson.